What's up? Hey guys, it's Ivan. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a call campaign on Google Ads, which is a campaign that focuses specifically on phone calls such that the very first line in the ad says call and it shows your number. But people will still be able to click on your website and stuff like that, but it has more of a focus on the calls. So let's jump straight into it. Here I am in my Google Ads dashboard. I am in the campaigns tab, and let's create another campaign. So I'm going to click on this little plus sign here that says campaign and click on new campaign. Now for the call campaign, I'm going to click on leads. I'm going to click on search, and I'm going to click on phone calls. Now you do want to add the number here of your site exactly as it appears. So in this case, the lucky winner is this Piano Academy of Kansas City to be used as an example. Don't worry, I'm going to pause the ad immediately after. This won't run. So the ad here, let me see if we can just copy paste this number. And there you go. Okay, make sure again it's exactly as it appears. So if it has no dash, don't put a dash. If it has a dash, make sure it has a dash, stuff like that, because the Google code will search for your number when it is verifying it. So let's click on next. So here we can create the title of the campaign. So let's say piano lessons in KC, Kansas City. This option here, networks, reach people beyond the Google search. So they're giving you this list of Google search partner sites, but the data is confidential. Nobody knows what those sites are exactly. You can leave them on if you want to try it out. You can leave them off. I like to leave this off just because I have no idea what sites they're putting this on. The sites always change and stuff like that. They don't reveal this information. But again, it's up to you if you want to expand your reach, by all means. Next, we're going to select our audience. Let me see here if we're missing anything. Okay, so over here, you can select the campaign start and end date if you want. Don't worry about campaign URL options. That's a different matter. That's for tracking template stuff, which I covered in my previous video. So this is the location, so we can pick the locations here. So in this case, I'm going to select custom, and I'll say Kansas City. Let me see. Not sure which one this is. Let me just pick maybe this one, Kansas. I don't know which one this is in, but that's okay because we're not going to actually run the ad. I just want to show you how it's done. Languages, the default language is English, but you can obviously select it depending on what country you're promoting in. This is specific to some countries have requirements, like some countries don't allow an ad to be in English only. So you would need to set the language for their country. So stuff like that. Audiences, this is if you have a remarketing list, so don't worry about that right now. We can select the budget. I will say $5 right now. Delivery method, you can either set this $5 spread evenly, or you can accelerate it so that it spreads very quickly, right, very fast. So I like standard because it gives me a more even set of clicks and impressions so that I'm able to see which times of day converted better, for example. Bidding, you have different options here. The default is maximize clicks. I'm going to leave it at that right now. Of course, they say not recommended because they don't want you to decrease click bids for some matters. But for instance, here you have, target CPA, you have enhanced CPC, manual CPC. So all these different options, I'm not going to get too in depth, but for instance, manual CPCs where you can set the cost per click for each specific keyword, whereas maximize clicks is you set one maximum bid for all of your keywords. You don't have the ability to change the bids for any keyword specifically, but we'll just leave it at that. I'll say 5 cents. Again, this is just a test, a dummy campaign, just to show you how it's done. Let's see what more settings there are. Yeah, so you can set the ad schedule. You can choose this to run on certain days. So if you are a company that takes phone calls, 9 to 5 or whatever, you can set 9 to 5. Okay. Yeah. So just set the time here. Now this is based on the time zone. So I go by EST. So this is going to be by EST, and obviously it's going to differ depending on where you are and who sees the ad. You have this ad rotation. So if you're split testing different ads, you will have the option for Google to automatically send more impressions to the ad that has more clicks, or to just let all of your ads run evenly, and you will be the one to determine which ad performs better. I personally like this method, do not optimize, because I go in and I check my ads and I see which ones perform better and I make the decision, not Google, right? That way all of my ads can be split test evenly rather than just the best performing ones right away without enough data. Now you can add more extensions. I have a video on these extensions, a pretty oldish video, but everything is still accurate. Make sure to check that out. Again, I'm not going to get into too much detail there, but I have this information in my playlist. So I'll click save and continue. That is it for this. So now we're going to set our keywords. So, again, just for simplicity, I'll say piano lessons, Kansas City. I'll just leave it like that. Maybe I'll make it, well, it doesn't matter. I'll keep it at broad. That's an example. Okay, so over here, as you can see, the very first line of this call ad, it emphasizes your phone number, right? It says call the number, okay? So it stresses that. So you still have to put the headline and stuff like that. So I don't know, let's just say, welcome to Piano Academy of KC. Piano of KC. Perfect, that fits. And let's say, get started, let's give it a call to action. Call now to get started now, or yeah, call now to get started. Okay, that's what your ad looks like. That's the ad preview. You have the business name. You can put that in. So in this case, the business name is, I guess, Piano Academy of Kansas City. Now, you can put the description. Okay, let me just, before I get into the other part, let me just finish this, I guess. So let me see what I can take here. So I'll call us now for a free session. I'm gonna start with us today. In the perfect world, I would capitalize the first letter of every word to attract more attention, and ampersands are also very good to use as they draw attention. But I'm gonna leave it here for now. You need to put a display URL and verification URL if you don't have conversion tracking set up. So when you create these Google call ads, sorry, there are 3 ways Google will verify the phone number and approve your ad. Otherwise, it's disapproved. Way number 1, you link your search console, Google Search Console, with Google Ads. So this is especially if you're not an affiliate, if you're promoting your 1 really or 2 or 3, I don't know, businesses that you own, and you have the search console and everything set up, that's for SEO, search engine optimization. You link that with Google Ads. That's way 1. In this case, you don't need a display URL and verification URL if you have that. Option number 2 is you set up conversion tracking. You set the code on your website so that Google can verify and see, okay, well, our code is on the site. This site has the phone number listed. This ad will get approved, okay? Assuming everything else is fine. If you want to know how to set up conversion tracking and call conversion tracking, again, check out my previous video. I do cover that in one of my videos just pretty recently. Now, the third way is adding the URL. So if you have neither of these, if you don't have the Search Console connected, and if you didn't set up conversion tracking, you can add the URL here. If you add the URL as display URL, you have to also add the verification URL. If you don't have the conversion tracking or Search Console, you have to have the verification URL because that's the URL that Google uses to verify that the number is there. So I'm going to place both of these URLs here. And as you can see now here, it changed, right? Now it shows the website and not the business name. If you wanted to just show the business name, you can't put anything here, but you do need to have the conversion tracking set up. So if you're an affiliate and you're promoting pay-per-call offers, you would need to do this, okay, instead. So that's it for that. I'll click done here and then I'll click save and continue. And this is our confirmation that everything is there as you want it. I'll click next, and that is it. So now the ad is going to go under review. Google will review to make sure that this phone number is exactly as it appears on your site before it approves. If you don't, again, have the website in the verification URL as well as the display, they will not approve it. You need to have it both if you don't have the conversion tracking or the Google console in place. So that is it. This is how you create your call ad on Google Ads. If you have any other questions, let me know down below in the comments. Reach out to me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I cover a lot of different online marketing tools, tips, tricks, reviews, you name it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.